Alright, let's mute that. Make sure it's gonna work. Okay. So I keep hearing about this dude that went over to some island someplace and tried to bring Bibles over to this group of people that wanted no parts of it, and he got whacked with arrows. So I'm kind of looking into this because I've heard bits and pieces of this in a few different places, but before now, I've never heard of this island or these people for that matter. Apparently, there is some guy who used to stop over there periodically with things, I guess, back in the early 90s. I don't even know how to say this dude's name, but it looks like his initials are TN Pandit. Pandit. This fucking dude was regional head for India's Ministry of Tribal Affairs. He embarked on visits to their isolated island community over a period spanning decades. Tribe who lived there near total isolation for tens of thousands of years came to global attention last week after they reportedly killed a 27-year-old American would-be missionary trying to make contact with them. So I need to know more about this kid. Was that some who told this fucking guy, man, that this is a good idea? You know what you should do? You should go try to hand God over to people that don't have contact with anyone outside of themselves. That's a fucking brilliant idea. Because those are the people who need it the most. I don't get it. It doesn't I don't I don't even have words. No, really, we're gonna be completely honest. If you can't get this is where I wish that I had um somebody who is religious to be able to talk me through this kind of a deal. But I mean, I don't know what this kid was, so maybe they will say something about it. Let me just figure out where I was at. Oh yeah, okay. Now this guy Pandit, whatever his name is now 84. Says from experience, their groups are largely peace loving and believes that their fearsome reputation is unfair. During our interaction, this is him quoted as saying, during our interaction, they threatened us, but it never reached a point where they went on to kill or wound. Whenever they got agitated, we stepped back. Step as in left completely? I feel very sad for the death of this young man who came all this way from America, but he made a mistake. He had enough chance to save himself, but he persisted and paid with his life. Come on, bro. Stop it. So you mean to tell me, okay, this guy pays some people to get him there, obviously, because from what I understand, this place is hundreds of miles off of the coast of India. So it's not like it's not like you're going into a bad neighborhood. These people are on a completely separate island. They don't deal with people that are not from there. They have a core group of 20 something of them, and that's it. What the hell makes you think those people, that's who I have to reach? Not the guy that's strung out on drugs in the jail or in the rehab, or even, just some regular asshole walking down the street that I think might actually benefit from what I'm trying to say. Then is it possible? Is it possible that this kid was suicidal? I'm sure I probably sound like a monster for even suggesting such a thing. But I mean, you gotta either be completely blind to the idea. Like, I don't understand why, out of all the people in the world, why would you choose these people? I mean, this guy's not a few years, only a few years younger than I am. You couldn't pay me money to go and try to talk to somebody that don't want nothing to do with me. It doesn't make sense. Alright, hold on. I'm going down. First set out to visit North Sentinel Island, solely inhabited by the tribe in 1967 as a part of an expedition group. Probably saying that wrong. Hold on, let me grab this link, and I'm in the wrong spot. Keep forgetting all I had to do is click a tab over. This is what I'm reading from. If you have a better link of some place that has a little bit better information, send it to me. But I put that up there in case anybody wants to click it. Oh shit, and this is only from 3 hours ago. Okay. Yeah, we already covered that in 67. Initially, Sentinels hid in the jungle from visitors, and then on later trips shot at them with arrows. So I guess when they thought, maybe if we hide, they'll realize that there's nobody here. Maybe we all got up and left to a different island and they'll leave us alone. But then when they come back, it's like, all right, dude, we're not gonna hide anymore. Now we're just gonna fuck you up. You try to come on to our property, place where we live, and bring whatever kind of shit with you. We don't. We're not doing it. I mean, if somebody tried walking up in my house, I'd want to kick their ass too. I mean, obviously, I live in a country that has laws and shit, so I'm not going to kill them. But I mean, I get it. Anthropologists would bring a selection of items along with them in their trips to try to engage contact. Well, let's say that you did engage contact. How the hell are you going to communicate? Clearly, I would imagine that they don't speak English. I mean, I'm sure they have their own language, but if you can't understand them and they can't understand you, how the hell are you going to have contact with them? And what makes you so special that you think that they want to talk to you? We had brought them gifts of pots and pans, and what are they going to cook it on, man? Ugh, Jesus. Even if I'm sure that they know how to use fire and shit, but I don't understand how you would expect them to. I would imagine they would use pots and pans as a weapon. Oh, somebody's trying to come over here. Here, come here. Let me, bash your head in real quick. Large quantities of coconuts, iron tools like hammers and long knives, so they can stab you. We had also taken along with us. Yeah, good luck. I don't even know. ONGE. What the fuck does on? I'm not even gonna try. They're another local tribe to help us interpret their speech and behavior. He recalled in an essay charting his visits. Even he's wild, man, but at least he had the sense to back up and get the hell away from them. But the Sentinelese warriors faced us with angry and grim faces, fully armed with their long bows and arrows, all set to defend their land. Mhm. Who was the U.S. man killed in the remote island? What could we learn from the remote tribes? U.S. man deaths put spotlight on tribal tourism. Dude, why? You have all different kinds of shit that you can do. You wanna tribal tourism, and go to the fucking south somewhere. I'm sure they got some shit in the Carolinas they ain't never seen before. Despite their success, they would leave gifts behind and try to build a rapport with the mysterious community. In one instance, he said they knew a tie-up live pig they offered was clearly unappreciated by the group, and they swiftly speared the animal to death and buried it in the sand. Holy shit, man. Well, look, I mean, to be fair, they don't know. Maybe they don't know what the hell that is, first of all. And then, secondly, there's no guarantee that that thing doesn't have some kind of a disease that might not be shit to us, but it could wipe them out completely. After several expeditions trying to establish contact, the first real breakthrough came in '91 when the tribe came out to peacefully approach them in the ocean. We were puzzled why they allowed us. He said it was their decision to meet us, and the meeting took place on their terms. We jumped out of the boat, stood neck deep in water, distributing coconuts and other gifts, but we were not allowed to step onto the island. I mean, they have pictures on here. It's just fucking this is crazy. I don't know, man. I had to say I don't get it. Let's see. Pandit says that he was not overly worried about being attacked, but he always was cautious when he was in close proximity with them. Would hope so. Team members tried to communicate in language with the Sentinels had no success as they were largely preoccupied with their gifts. They were talking amongst themselves, so we couldn't understand their language. It sounded similar to the languages spoken other tribes. Well, no shit. That's a real breakthrough, man. They need your help to figure that out. In one memorable tense exchange on a trip, one younger member of the tribe threatened him. When I was giving away the coconuts, I got a bit separated from the rest of my team and started going close to the shore. One young boy made a funny face, took his knife out, and signaled to me that he would cut my head off. Holy shit. Immediately I called for the boat, made a quick retreat. My gesture of the boy is significant. He made it clear I was not welcome. Bro, they will fuck your shit up, dude. Indian government has since abandoned gift-giving expeditions, and outsiders are banned from even approaching the island. The complete isolation of the Sentinelese people mean any contact with the outside could put them at deadly risk of disease because they are not likely to have immunity from even the common illness such as the flu or the measles. Duh. Alright, back to the original guy. Said the members of his crew were always pre-screened for possible communicable diseases, and only those that were in good health were allowed to travel. Chow, I guess, was the last name of the cat that went over there with the Bibles, who was killed last week, did not gain any permission for his trip. He instead paid local fishermen 25,000 rupees or $354 American, to take him to the island illegally in hopes that he would convert the tribe to Christianity. What the fuck? So now this is a good picture. Shows how far away they are from there's Thailand right over there. I don't know. 25 miles away. Yeah, I don't know how far they are. I'm gonna click on the link that had the kid. I wanna see if I can find out anything more about this dude to try to figure out what motivated this fucking guy to go over there. He looks like an Asian Steve Irwin a little bit, just because of the clothes that he's wearing. Snake bite survivor. So you're all kinds of crazy, huh? John Allen Chow was shot with bows and arrows as he landed on the North Sentinel Island, which forbids outsiders, say local fishermen. We already know that. According to local officials, 27-year-old was a Christian missionary, but on social media and in an interview attributed to him, Chow presented himself as an adventurer. So it doesn't mean that he doesn't have religious beliefs. So maybe the Bible is just an excuse? Hmm, I don't know. I love to explore. Oh, you said that 4 years ago? Whether it's trekking through the dense old growth forest near the Chilliwack River that's on the US Canadian border, finding rumored waterfalls in the jungle, or just wandering around the city to get a feel for the vibes. I'm an explorer at heart. You're a fucking crazy person, bro. That's crazy, dude. I've seen all different kinds of dumb white shit happening. I'm actually kind of surprised when I heard about this. I thought it would have been a white dude that would have been stupid enough to do something like that. And just gotta say it's dumb. I mean, people are gonna get all pissed off. Like, oh, the guy's dead now. You shouldn't talk like that. But I mean, come on, man. It's common sense, bro. That's all I'm trying to say. There's no reason why you have to go all the way over to an island, especially when you have to pay somebody to illegally get you there. Not a smart move. Yep, already read that. According to the reports. Yeah, okay, you already said that, man. We get it. There was nobody else there. It's not like you got killed by a dinosaur. Police said Chow had previously visited the North Sentinel Island about 4 or 5 times with the help of local fishermen who have been covering the island for years. The director of General Police, yeah, I'm not gonna get away with that name. You can go ahead and click that damn link. I'm not even gonna attempt it, dude. Told Minute News on an Indian news website that he was told that Chow lived in the United States of Alabama and he was some kind of paramedic. People thought he was a missionary because he had mentioned his position on God and that he was a believer on social media or somewhere online. But in a strict sense, he was not a missionary. He was an adventurer. His intention was to meet Aborigines. Hopefully, I said that correctly. Officials say The islanders have lived in isolation for nearly 60,000 years, therefore have no. Yeah, alright, man. How many times you gonna say the same shit to fill certain amount of words? Fuck, man, that's annoying. Skim through this real quick. Alright, so it's anywhere from 50 to 150 people. Alright, said that he set out, hired fishermen under the cover of darkness, and paddled a kayak ashore before he was killed. Reportedly brought gifts, including a small soccer ball, fishing line, and scissors. I don't know, man. Snakebite survivor. 2014. Outbound Collective. He said he was living in Vancouver, working as a soccer coach, and had been inspired to travel at an early age. Oh, Jesus Christ. My brother and I used to paint our faces with wild blackberry juice and tramp through our backyard with bows and spears we created from sticks, he said. Since then, the outdoors have been my home. Well, you better be careful, dude. It's a good thing that, you're not around anymore because there are a bunch of people in this world that would probably like to kill you. How dare you be a child and do dumb shit? Inspired by Victorian explorer and missionary David Livingstone and Jesus. What did Jesus go places? Is that I guess that's the next thing. On Instagram, a friend said that he had been martyred. What the fuck does that mean? Dear friend John was martyred on the island, killed by a bow and arrow. Still can't believe you were taken. It's a comfort to know you were with the Lord, but we'll miss you. Dude, come on, man. You were martyred, bro. It's a little extreme, no? Uh, this is ugly. What did I get myself into? Jesus. Martyred, man. You know what? Just to make sure I'm not crazy, let's double check the definition of what it is because I'm pretty sure that somebody that get killed for their religious person who was killed because of their religious or other beliefs. Yeah, okay. So why so was he I don't know, man. This whole thing stinks to me. Sounds like he was just a dude that was looking to try to do some shit that nobody's really done before, even though they had. Maybe he hasn't heard about that other guy and thought, you know what? This will be the craziest, most interesting thing I can ever do in my life. Imagine what people will say if I go to this island and I hand them all Bibles. It will, people will lose their mind. Everybody will know who I am. I'll be the shit. I mean, there's got to be a little bit of that, just because it kind of comes at the territory a little bit. Just really, I don't get it, dude. All this hype around this, and that's all that it pretty much was. You snuck out to an island, got whacked, and now everybody's calling you, mercenary. And maybe is it because, maybe somebody religious will fill me in on this in the future. Is it because the kid died that you want to throw God into it? Does it make it sound better so that people don't just look at it and say, wow, what a fucking idiot that kid is for doing something stupid like that? He should know better that something like that was going to happen to him. Is that what the purpose of it is, or do you all just want to believe that he legitimately went over there with Bibles to try to convert them into whatever your religion is? And the last thing that I'm sure these people would want is to hear about your dumb religion. And I say dumb religion in the sense that I don't think it would matter what book you brought over there. It could have been the Bible, the Quran, the Necronomicon, whatever. I don't think they want any parts of it, man. None at all. I got an idea. Why don't you write a book that says, "Leave me the hell alone on my island and let me do what it is that I do away from all of you." If they really wanted to be a part of what is going on here. I mean, I just read earlier that there was a tsunami that wiped out a lot of shit on their island and I guess killed a lot of people. So when a helicopter went over there to go rescue some of them, they were throwing arrows at the fucking helicopter. If they don't want help to get off of the island when there's a natural disaster occurring, they sure as hell don't want a Bible, dude. I mean, I don't. Whatever. I figured I would throw something up here that was outside of the political realm for people who are tired of hearing about that kind of stuff. And I honestly thought there would be a lot more to the story than that, but I guess there isn't. It's just that simple. Is it wrong to think that this was just a stupid idea? It must be. I mean, somebody must think like, you know, I want to know how many mercenaries that are out there or people that are religious if they had a guarantee that they wouldn't get killed, if they still had to break the law and they had to get smuggled over there on fishing boats and take a kayak all the way out to the island, but there was a guarantee that they wouldn't get killed, would they still try to convert these people, the sentinels or whatever they are? Do you think that they would still do that? Would you still do that if you're when is your belief strong enough that you think that that would be something that you should do? It's a good question, man. Kind of curious. And do you think if the kid is not religious or was not religious, do you think his family is pissed that now his their kid their brother, whatever, is now being labeled a Christian? What if they were I don't know, I wanted my first thing to go to is Buddhist because he was Asian American, but somebody will tell me that's racist, even though I don't think so. If I meet somebody in America, odds are I would assume that they were a Catholic or a Christian just because that's what's big around here. Unless they were wearing some type of attire that would be evident that they were into something different other than that. But I mean, really, because I gotta say, I don't have kids, but if I had a kid that was just walking around trying to explore shit, and he went and did some dumb shit that got him killed, and then people were trying to say that it was because of the religion and he wanted to spread the word of God, I'd be pretty mad, dude. Like you guys you don't know my kid, so you have no right to be opening your mouth and saying shit about him. Plain and simple. I don't care about what you believe, and don't try to show up and be a hero now. You know, where the hell were this kid's friends at? That's the question that I have. I mean, well, you see I don't have many internet friends. That's evident. The one buddy I do have that goes on the internet, you can see how he does shit, just disappears right when I leave for a second. That dude I wouldn't count on. And we've actually had conversations about this where if for whatever reason, if for whatever reason shit were to hit the fan, that kid would be the first one that would rat me out. Doesn't matter what it is. Let's say that, I don't know, he's over my house, somebody breaks in, and hypothetically, they they try to stab me, so I kill them out of self-defense. Before I even get a chance to pick up the phone, this dude is already waving detectives into my house. Like, hey, come on, you need to come over here. Sorry, dude, but I don't want to be roped into this shit. I don't want to be taken down for this shit. But my point is the whole reason why I bring that up is because everybody has that one friend that when you're about to do some really dumb shit, they look at you and they're like, dude, I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. You know what I mean? Like, you might not want to do that. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. Not his fault, but that's why we have numerous friends in our lives, so we know who we can rely on. Although the one thing that dude is good at is just speaking his mind. So I guess technically he would be that dude if I said that I was gonna go sneak over to some island and pay a couple guys to get me over there. I'm sure he'd be like, "Well, have fun, but I think you're a dumbass for doing it." He probably would say that. But that's my question: is where the hell are this kid's friends in all of this? Did nobody try to stop you and go, "Hey, man, that's not really a good idea. I don't think that's something you should do"? Or was it the opposite? Like, no, dude, you know what? If you're gonna go give him a soccer ball, here, take these Bibles, man. See if you can get him into Jesus, bro. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus saves, bro. He's not gonna let anything bad happen to you. Fucking wild. I really don't get it. I wanna know, kinda wanna know what the last thing, as he was going up to that island, no part of him wanted to back away? Not even a little bit? Or maybe that stubborn part of your brain kicks in where you're like, well, I already spent the money. I might as well just see where this thing goes, see what happens. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure, honestly. But I mean, it is questions that we'll never have answers to, but fucking hell, man. There's so many different things you could do. My mind keeps coming around to that. Even if you were a religious guy, there's not people in your neighborhood that you could try to persuade. Getting to go fuck yourself is a hell of a lot better than getting killed with arrows, but that's just my opinion. Fuck, man. Definitely is not some shit that I would ever do. But then again, I've seen too much go wrong in life. So I'm always going to be a little bit cautious whenever I do anything, but that's just me. I don't know if necessarily I'm jaded because of that, but I think a lot of this comes down to common sense too. I don't think if I put out a poll right now and I asked a bunch of people if they would go to the island or not, I wonder if they would go. How many people would say they would go? I mean, I'm sure you would have your religious nuts that would say that they would go because those people need Jesus in their lives, even though they have no idea who Jesus is. And that brings me to actually another question that I'm sure we'll never get the answer for. But These people are unaffected by everything that we have going on here in the West and even what goes on over on the eastern parts of the world. So they have no real religious influence, right? And they only talk about themselves. Do you think that talk amongst themselves rather? Do you think that they have some kind of a belief system? You think they believe in God? I mean, I think that would be an interesting control group, don't you think? Because if they were to come up with the idea of a god, or even the idea that there is no god, you would kind of just sit back and say, well, they came to that conclusion all on their own. I mean, think about it. There's no televisions, there's no iPhones or Androids. There's nothing to persuade them into going towards that direction. I mean, I guess you can make an argument that they would seem like they're almost the most pure version of a human being, in the sense that, like, it seems like the way they live is we eat whatever is here. Kind of wonder what their diet is too, because if they're on a small island, I can't imagine there's too many animals that are left. I mean, maybe there is. I have no idea. I had these. You know what? Let me try to look up again this thing. Hmm. North Sentinel Island. One baby home. Yeah, okay. We know that they live there. Write a review or add a photo. Oh fuck. Sorry guys, I'm doing it. I'm going in. I'm going in. I have to do it. I'm sorry. Went here with my girlfriend for a holiday. I loved it. She wasn't impressed. Very poor choice for a romantic getaway. Great choice for anyone who liked to rough it up a bit. She thought it was hard to get a free table for dinner. Then didn't like how we got one who kept being interrupted by arrows and death threats from all the waiters. I loved it. Girlfriend didn't like that very much. Meal was okay, not sure what it was. Wait, the meal was okay, not sure what it was, but it tasted like chicken or pulled pork, possibly human. Damn. Very peaceful once we got away from the locals who insisted on trying to spear us to death, but I will say outside of the village, there is no noise, so I slept like a baby under the stars. 5 star would go 100% back. Girlfriend's not speaking to me though. Beautiful vacation spot. Hope to open a Starbucks or Burger King franchise. Was working with the locals when suddenly my head became detached from my body. As far as I can tell, we have no deal. Still a nice time though. Highly recommend. Great place, but unfortunately the food wasn't that good. My right leg was supposed to be perfectly boiled, but it was still a bit raw. Hospitality here is something to die for, and would come and share my right hand with these sweet people. Alright, that's pretty funny, man. That's pretty funny. Let me get out of this now because I'm going completely off of the whole point why I came in here. Now, what was the point? Oh yeah, it's an island animal population. Let's see what kind of animals inhabited. Yeah, their population was estimated between 50 and 400. Not them, asshole. Talking about the animals that live on the island. Are there any? Hmm. I don't know. I mean, I guess not. Because nothing comes up in the search engine when I put it in. Do they have fire? They don't know how to make fire. Observations made by landing parties in deserted villages have concluded they wait for lightning strikes, then keep the resulting embers burning as long as they can. Video exists taken by anthropologists from distant vantages. And why is my ass vibrating? Where the hell did I put my phone? Whatever. Find it later. That's crazy. Are they cannibals? Or age-old belief that they think they're cannibals, but nobody really knows. You can Google Earth it? Why? Let me try one more time. Hey Google, do you mind getting out of my way, bro? So I can... Whatever, I'll write it down first. Because I don't want to spell it wrong. N-T-I-N-E-L-E-S-E. Oh, N-E-L-E-S-E. Yeah, okay. Somebody else put that too. What the hell do they eat? Do they know? Hunter gatherers, bows and arrows. They hunt terrestrial wildlife. Rudimentary methods to catch local seafood such as mud crabs. Hmm. Oh shit, duh. I didn't even, bro. I'm not even making this up right now. I completely did not realize they live right next to the fucking ocean, and I don't know, maybe they fish to get their food. Holy shit, I am stupid. So, don't take what I say to heart too literally. I just forgot that a whole island full of people eat fucking seafood. Holy shit. Shows you how smart I am. Oh man. Fucking idiot. Hmm. Videos. I guess so there's a bunch of YouTube videos. They're doing fine on their own. They fish and eat washed up coconuts. Where the hell do the coconuts come from? I mean, there's 400 miles, 479 miles, a long way to go, dude. Well, then, to be fair, when I was in elementary school, we put a message in a bottle and threw it into the fucking ocean, and it made it all the way to the UK and back, and that was from a local spot not too far from where I live now. Well, they had to throw it back a few times. They kept getting, crude shit. So eventually they had to put in a note that it was from a bunch of elementary school kids. I don't remember much of my life, but I'm definitely not gonna forget that anytime soon. Just because of how strange of a thing that is, that it goes all the way. And it's too bad I don't have a copy of that damn note. I would really be curious to read it now, see what it actually said. But I don't know. I think this might be a better topic for some kind of a group chat thing. But then again, I mean, can you really say anything other than whatever I've just said? Probably not really. How long is this going for? 46 minutes? I mean, it'd be different if I had a few people that can throw the conversation in a few other directions, but since I don't and it's just me here, I think I covered pretty much everything. Kid clearly did not have any objective friends, and if he did, he probably told them all to go fuck themselves. He was going to do it anyway, if he's as stubborn as I am. Although, to be fair, I won't go, I won't eat in a place that I've never had food before. That's where my stubbornness comes in. I don't like doing new shit that goes out of my comfort zone. You get food poisoning once or twice, bro. You learn to be selective with what the hell you put in your stomach. I was gonna say put in your mouth, but I know that that opens me up to a whole line of insults and possible emotional injuries. Oh shit. So yeah. And then the other thing is still the fact that, let's see. Let's go down the list. No friend objections. We'd assume, again, we're assuming, don't know for sure, but we'll find out. Maybe a few months from now, when one of his buddies wants to try to get famous for 5 minutes, maybe he'll come out and say, I told him he shouldn't do it. My new book comes out in the spring of next year. If you want to know the full story behind the story, go grab that shit. And it'll be a fucking bestseller for all of a day or two. Um, okay. Christian, Christian or not, we don't know. So that's question one right there. The Bible for show. That's another question because I don't see how you would bring the soccer ball at least makes sense a little bit. Because if you're a dude that's into soccer and there's a gang of people that have never seen a soccer ball before, it's like going on to an island full of children. Uh, well, I mean, yeah, I guess. Like a kid that doesn't know what soccer is. He's never heard about it, or she's never heard about it. They know nothing of the sort. You bring them a soccer ball and then they look at it like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? You could be like, hey man, look, this is what you do. Check it out. You can kick it. And then I don't know. It'd probably be on some robot chicken shit where he would go up onto the island and they do a cutscene where the native people to the island are not trying to kill him with bows and arrows. So they're just standing there and he goes to kick the ball and he just pegs one of them dead square in the forehead. That would be pretty funny. Um, it was an illegal activity because you have to smuggle yourself over. And what was the escape plan? I mean, I had to talk to my brother because he uses kayaks or canoes or whatever the hell it was. And if this is the one that I'm thinking of, is the one that's really, it looks almost like one end of a banana peel, man, where it has that just like that small circle that you can stick your fucking body in. There's no way that you're not going to escape very quickly, is the point that I'm trying to make. Very badly, but it's the point that I'm trying to make. If motherfuckers are throwing arrows at you, a canoe or a kayak is not a thing that you can jump into and make a quick escape out of there, especially because you have to row it. So you get a arrow through the bone in your hand or your wrist, and then you're screwed, bro. What are you gonna do now? And these guys are probably have gotten so good at tossing these arrows, dude, that they could probably whack you on the first try. I mean, I know the animals in theory are a little bit wider, but then again, I'm thinking like buffaloes and shit, dude. I don't think there's any buffaloes that are wandering around on the fucking island. Yeah, no friend, objections, Christian or not Christian, Bible for show. Was this the first time? Was he into illegal activity? Did he dabble in doing shit like this all of the time? What other places has he gone to where he had to pay somebody to get him in there? I mean, dude, why not go to like Area 51 or some shit? If that's even, I think that's what it's called. But now we're going in a whole separate direction, but I gotta check and see. I'm gonna put it in the Google. I'm just gonna leave a Google tab open. Right? It's the alien spot. Area 51 Air Base in Lincoln County, Nevada. United States Air Force facility, commonly known as Area 51, is a highly classified remote detachment of Edwards Air Force within Nevada Test and Training Range. Well, is that where the aliens supposedly crashed at? You would think that would be one of the first thing that comes up. Area 51 location, the real story behind the myth of Area 51. Hmm. What do you think? Should we go in or should I just leave it alone? Nobody's objecting. Fuck it, let's do it. Look, we've already dug ourselves a hole anyway, or at least I did. I dug my own self a hole, pretty much saying that this kid was an asshole for doing something this stupid. So, I mean, when you're in when you're in this deep, dude, you might as well just keep going. I mean, honestly, it's not really gonna make that much of a difference. Do we get into conspiracy theories? Could this be one of them? I don't know. Find out. The real story behind the myth of Area 51. Also, I like how we completely went from an island where some poor kid gets whacked with arrows, and now somehow I'm on Area 51 and aliens. There are no aliens at America's most famous top secret military base. Round of applause. I can read out loud just a little bit. But what is there is just as interesting. Well, first of all, aliens or no aliens, bro, how come it is highly classified? Right? That's what it said? Or no, top secret, highly classified. I'm a fucking asshole. Somebody should throw some fucking arrows at me, huh? Jesus. Alright, this is from September 14, 2017. Some guy wrote this. Damn, he's got 17.9 thousand shares on Facebook, Twitter, and email. It's a lot. In the middle of the barren Nevada desert, there's a dusty, unmarked road that leads to the front gates of Area 51. Bum, bum, bum. I'm fucking scared now. It's protected by a little more than a chain link fence and a boom gate. What the fuck is a boom gate? Oh, I'm going down a hole, man. I'm going down a rabbit hole, the likes of which I have never seen. A boom barrier, also known as a boom gate, is a gar. Is a gar? Is that what I just said? Holy shit. Alright, I take back the clap from earlier. I cannot read out loud. Is a bar or pole pivoted to allow the bottom to block vehicular access through a controlled point. Typically, the tip of a boom raises in a vertical arc. Oh shit, okay, I know what that is. Basically, it's a fucking toll booth, pretty much. Hold on. Sitting from 10 to 2 in the morning? Um, Whatever. I can't write either, apparently. That's. Oh, shit. I don't know, man. That's a tough call, dude. I don't know. Not sure. Whatever. I just threw a random number out there. That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you do it. Okay, but anyway, now that we figured out that this is a fancy word for toll booth, and before you kill me, I understand that, what the fuck happened? Do you have the right tools for your home projects? Dude, I don't fix anything, bro. I don't know how to do all that shit. I'm clearly not a coordinatedly gifted person. I can't even build sentences together. You think I'm gonna use power tools? Out of your mind, man. And an intimidating trespassing sign. One would think that America's much mythicized top secret base would be under closer guard, but make no mistake, they are watching. Man, you know what? Let me try to screen share this. Okay, I thought I hit the end of broadcast button. Present to everyone. Okay, I guess that's only for guests. I can hide from my own broadcast? That's awesome. I had no idea I could do that. How cool is that? I'm a nerd. Leave me alone. Alright. Is it working? Can you see it? I don't know. Damn, how much of a delay is YouTube on right now? Whatever. It should be. It shows that it is. It shows that it's sharing. So hopefully you can see this. I'll leave it up for a second just so you can see it, just in case. Oh shit! You can click it and it goes closer. How awesome is that? I had no idea that you could do that. Damn, that's cool. And if you click it 2 more times, you go backwards. What? I'm using that shit from now on. It's just too bad that it's all blurred up and I can't read the sign. Oh well. Now let's see. Can you see the picture? Alright, cool. You can see it. Now I know I can move around. Oh shit. I had to hit the X. Hold on. Before I go back to reading, let me just tell this broad something. What you think is better than? How about that? Since you don't want to take my answer, you can come up with your own. I mean, gotta love them, right? Where the hell was I at now? Oh yeah, make no mistake, they are watching. They're always watching, bro. You know what you should do, dude? Next time you go to make a phone call, man, every time you have to call somebody that's not one of your friends, why don't you write down every time you hear the words your call may be monitored for training purposes? Why don't you go ahead and write that down and see how many fucking people are listening in on what you're saying? And it doesn't stop there. Okay, I posted up an Instagram video and it had art on it, and now on my YouTube feed I'm getting fucking suggested art videos for a program that's installed on this computer that I don't use. Never have. So explain that one, Freud. Beyond the gate, cameras see every angle. The distant hilltop, there's a white pickup truck with tinted windshield peering down on everything below. I don't see it. And who is this asshole? And what is, I guess that's drones that are on those signs over there? Hmm. I don't know. Sorry about that. Just hit the mic. Didn't mean to blow your ears out if you're wearing headphones like me. I don't echo back to myself, so I don't know if that hurt or not. Uh Yeah, white pickup truck. Tinted windows is on some freak shit, although that must be a pretty cool job. I mean, how many people must go there? Not many, you would assume, right? Not too many. Oh shit, I knocked the battery out of my mouse. Okay, here we go. This is a professional podcast, people. This is what happens. Locals say the base knows every desert tortoise and jackrabbit that hops the fence. Others claim there are embedded sensors in the approaching road. Mm. It wouldn't surprise me. Simulate and play possible World War III scenarios. That we not everything is always war with us, man. Jesus Christ, we are an angry group of people. What exactly goes on inside Area 51 has led decades of wild speculation. There are, of course, the alien conspiracies. The galactic visitors are tucked away somewhere on the inside. One of the more colorful rumors insists that the infamous 1947 car crash in Roswell was actually a Soviet aircraft piloted by mutilated midgets. What? Dude, dude, I've never heard that in my life. Never. I don't know about all that. Some even believe the U.S. government was filmed 1969 moon landing in the base's hangar. Okay. Well, we don't want to get too deep into this, but I'll probably save this for another time. Nah, I mean, we're already here, right? What difference does it make? Nobody's probably going to really care anyway, right? I mean, how much can you really say about a kid that got whacked with arrows? I led into aliens. Maybe we'll go somewhere cool from here. Some of you guys probably think this is nerd shit. Or do you believe? You know what? Here's a good question. Do you believe that the moon landing was faked and they filmed it like a movie? Or do you believe that we actually went to the moon? I'd be curious to see what your thoughts are on that. I'll give you a second to think about it in case anybody is out there, and you can post it up in the comments. If nobody says anything, then I'll just tell you whatever mine is when I'm done reading this. For all the missing legends. What? Oh, yep. Okay. Mutilated midgets. That's so funny, dude. Wrecked remains on the ground of Area 51. Some even believe the U.S. government filmed. Yeah, so I did read that in one of the base's hangars. Where all the myths and legends, what's true in Area 51 is real and still very active. Active with what? There may not be aliens or moon landing movie sets inside those fences, but something is going on, and only a select few are privy to what's happening further down that closely monitored wind-swept Nevada road. The forbidden aspect of Area 51, what makes people want to know what's there, says aerospace historian Peter Merlin, who's been researching Area 51 for more than 3 decades. And sure, there still is a lot going on there. Like what? Is this whole article bullshit? Are we not going to get a damn thing out of this? You told me aliens aren't real, that it was either aliens are not real, maybe it was the Russians, could have been disfigured midgets from the circus. We don't know. And you're not even going to leave me with something? By the way, aliens are real. They have to be. They have to be real. Are we going to do this right now? I think we should do this right now. Look, if there could be a group of people on a whole separate island a few hundred miles away from civilization, why can't there be aliens? Boom. How you like that shit right there? Perfect. No, I'm just kidding. Really, though, I think there's aliens for real. And I'll tell you why. Because it would make sense, and I don't mean aliens like big green guys with big eyeballs and shit like that. That's not what I mean. It could be anything. An alien could be a fucking some kind of a space lizard that lives on a completely different planet, or maybe there are people. Maybe there are people on other planets who maybe they resemble the way that we are. Maybe they don't. But I think it's highly unlikely out of all the planets in fucking space, dude, and we're the only people that are alive on the planet. Stop it. No way. No fucking way. In the beginning, Area 51 is directly related to the development of U-2 reconnaissance aircraft. After World War II, Soviet Union lowered the Iron Curtain around themselves and the rest of the Eastern Bloc. Okay, man, we don't need a history lesson, bro. Where's the cool stuff at? Do you want US history? Is that something that we should cover? I think it's a snooze, man. Just that, like, we get it. We get it. The Russians didn't like us very much. They probably still don't. We had beef with the Japanese. We were kind of shitty to the, not kind of shitty. We were very shitty to those people, sticking them in internment camps and shit. I mean, there has to be a way to be able to find out, figure out if somebody's a fucking spy or not. You don't have to take an entire group of people and stick them in a fucking horrible place. But what the fuck do I know? I don't know shit about shit. I should pull up my pants. Dennis Leary. Early 1950s, U.S. Navy and airports sent low-flying aircraft to reconnaissance missions over the USSR. So, wait, is that what this place is? Eisenhower approved the secret development of high-altitude reconnaissance aircraft called the U-2 program. Why do you repeat yourselves? Am I the only person that writes things that doesn't? In my writing, I might repeat myself here. But that's because I'm trying to find myself a second to blurt out another thought that doesn't matter. One of the first orders of business was to track down a remote convert location for training and testing. Found it in South. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Hopefully, I got that off mic in time. Uh, Southern Nevada desert near a salt flat known as Groom Lake. I don't want to know where they got that name from. Which had once been a World War II aerial gunnery range. Is that how you say that word? Gunnery? I would imagine. For Army Air Corps pilots. Known by its map. Yeah, whatever. Top secret military base. So that's what it was. They're building planes. Let's see, is there anything that I recognize on here? Maybe one of the bands you like, stickers on here. That's what I would do. If I was gonna stick some shit on here, I would put a band or a show that I like. Get a fucking bonfire sticker and stick it right on here. So people will go, what the hell is that? I don't know, let's go look it up. Funny ass show, by the way. It looks like a funny or dying smiley face. I think that's what they use. Making a myth. So what, you're gonna try to say that you hid planes in this joint, it crashed during a secret flight test, and now everybody thinks that there's aliens? 1955, reports came flooding in, unidentified object sightings. If you read the details in a 92 CIA report that was declassified with redactions in 98, subsequently released nearly in full in 2013, it's easy to see why. Well, why is it redacted then? Why don't they just give us the name of the whole deal, right? Why you gotta, when you redact shit like that, you make people think that there's more there. Mm. Many of these sightings were observed by commercial airline pilots who have never seen an aircraft fly at such altitudes as a U-2. Whereas today's airlines can soar as high as 45,000 feet, in the mid 1950s they flew at an altitude of 10 to 20,000. Is that a lot? There's a big difference, right? I don't know. I don't fly. To me, that they make it sound like that's not that far from the ground. Like, I'm sure it's above houses, yeah. I don't know. I'm learning. I'm learning things. What do you want from me? Naturally, Air Force officials knew the majority of these unexpected sightings were U-2 tests, but they were not allowed to reveal the details to the public. So, natural phenomenon or high altitude weather research became the go-to explanation for UFO sightings, including the thing. Oh, well, wait a minute, though. Do you think this is happening inside? It's definitely aliens. Aliens. Experimental airplane testing. I don't know, man. I thought there was an article. Time to go back to the Google. Hmm. Okay, because I swear, unless this is a rumor too, it might be made up. It might be completely made up, and I could be full of shit. But I don't know. Let's see if I could spell paper. Newspaper article. Alien Area 51. Why would you look for fireworks over there? 1947 high altitude balloon crash in Roswell. Smithsonian Magazine? Oh, they're probably gonna lie too, but I could have swore that there was a newspaper that said there were aliens for real. Or at least that's what they thought it was, and after a while, then the government came out and said, no, 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 it's a no, I'm not that into history, bro, but I'll pass you guys along to somebody who might be. I only know the Smithsonian from that show Bones. I don't know if you've seen that shit. That's a good show. And Cam is a pretty sexy chick too, dude. I don't care what you say. 1947 high altitude balloon crash landed in Roswell. The aliens never left. Roswell Daily Record. Record. Why'd I say it like that? Record. Record. The asshole. What was in the news back then, man? Must have been crazy. I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to live in that time, for sure. Captured flying saucer on ranch in Roswell. So, alright, I'm not crazy. That, to me, that says aliens. You know, that you can take that as aliens flying a saucer. But then why was it a saucer? The thing that we were just at showed the plane, and it didn't look anything like. I mean, then again, this is 1947. People were fucking dumb back then, even without cell phones. And I'm not saying that oh god, cell phones. There we go. Make people smart, but I mean, it's got to be better than nothing. Roswell, New Mexico, exactly 7 decades ago this month. Wait, when was this put out? Recently? Is it this month? Ugh, whatever. Oh, wait, nope, there it is. July 5th, 2017. So we're way past that. Okay. Ranger WW Mac driving across their ranch lands 80 miles northwest when they encounter something they've never seen before. A large area of bright wreckage made up of rubber strips, tin foil, and rather tough paper and stickers. Well, if that's what you're building in there, you need to go back to the fucking blueprints, buddy, because that's not gonna work very well. Metallic looking, a lightweight fabric is scattered, shredded across the gravel, sagebrush of the New Mexican desert. Brazel didn't know what to do with the newfound items. or how they landed on the property. So on July 4th, he collected all the mysterious wreckage he can find. On the 7th, drove it all into Roswell, delivering the goods to a Sheriff George Wilcox. He too was confused, seeking answers. He contacted some other asshole who works in the army and located just outside of town. All right, now we're getting into deep. What is this? A video of this? Can we just skip all the reading? I guess not. What's happening? Hi, Roger. Oh shit! I forgot you can't hear this. So what sense is it? That's no good. If you can see it but you can't hear it, what the hell is the point? Right? I got an idea. Maybe, just maybe, I can send it to myself. Well, if I do that, then let me wrong fucking window. I could send it to myself, but nah, fuck it. I don't know, man. I went on a fucking tear about nothing, huh? Let me stop screen sharing. I don't know, dude. I really wanted to make this about Bibles and arrows, but I mean, honestly, what can I do with that? There's really not much else I can do with it. I mean, I've been on here for 81 minutes. It's a little bit over an hour. I think I've said pretty much every. I mean, I went on a tear about aliens. Jesus, huh? Nothing else I could do, man. Oh well. Let's see. Is there anything else that I could bring up that even closely relates to the original topic, which is Bibles and arrows and the kid that got whacked? Oh, you know what? There's a good thing I can do. Let's see how many people kill themselves with arrows every year, because since we're in the muddy waters, why not? Wait, I should screen share it again. Give me a second. Where's the button? I know you're around here somewhere. There you are. Let's hide that. And let's go down the rabbit hole. If I can move my mouse in the right direction, that would be awesome. Thank you very much. Let's see. I don't want to see pictures, for Christ's sake. Please don't do that to me. Sports injuring. There we go. How many people are killed or injured in hunting accidents? And this is from this year. Let's see. Did I touch it? Nope, I didn't. There we go. How many people are killed or injured in hunting accidents? Well, this is where it takes. I can't control it. According to International Hunter Education Association, an average year fewer than 1,000 people in the US and Canada are actually shot by hunters. Fewer than 75 are fatal. In most cases, these fatalities are self inflicted by hunters who trip, fall, or have other accidents causing them to shoot themselves with their own weapons. Most of the other Fatalities come from hunting parties where one hunter shoots another accidentally. Dick Cheney, looking at you. Firearm. No, I don't want a firearm. I want arrows, man. Not guns. I'm not hunting, bro. I don't like ticks. Hunting is not for me. Maybe I clicked on the wrong thing. Oh shit. Wow, really? Well, I didn't go there. There we go. The best way to do it is to find out through archery. Yeah. Okay, it's working. Alright, archery is statistically one of the world's safest sports. According to God, I can't do it today, man. I can't talk right. I mean, really, I don't talk right every day, but right now it's particularly worse than normal. According to recent national safety control statistics, archery is more than 3 times safer than golf, just with one injury for every 2,000 participants. In fact, over 90% of those injuries occurred while bow hunting, not target shooting. Well, come on, bro. If you don't know where we're going from here, you don't know me at all. Now, what did he say? He said 3 times safer than golf. Dangerous golf? Golf course chemical dangers. Jesus. Three Fields Entertainment. Oh, wait a minute. That's a thing, really. Well, that's not what I wanted at all. What? Shut up. Sports psychologist. The fuck out of here. Um. Fuck. How do I word this? Well, I didn't put dangerous because I didn't want the same thing to come up. Sports injury statistics. Golf is more dangerous than rugby. Golf is generally considered a safe sport with low risk of injury. The latest findings, however, reveal that golf is not as low risk as thought. Golf is more dangerous than rugby. Hmm? Well, hold on. Next tab, please. Googler. I don't even know what the hell rugby is. A team game played with an oval ball that may be kicked, carried, or passed from hand to hand. Points are scored by grounding the ball behind the opponent's goal line. thereby scoring a try, or by kicking it between two posts over the crossbar of an opponent's goal. So it's soccer, right? What is rugby? This is rugby. We don't need sound for this. We're gonna go ahead and skip. Oh shit, it's like a football. So where's the goal at? Oh, wait, hold the fuck on, dude. So wait a minute. Let me stop it. Is that the end zone? Field goal. Oh shit. I thought he was gonna get I thought he was gonna hit his head. That was pretty cool. Alright, so you are playing soccer football and you're basically all you're trying to do instead of a field goal is where you have to get your body? And golf is more dangerous than this. What the hell is that? Okay, I don't I don't pretend to understand. I'm from America, man. I know football and that's it. But now I might have to check out rugby now. Just because the commentary must be great. According to a report, golf is more dangerous than rugby. What? $9 million event indicates dangerous direction that golf is heading. Now it's more dangerous than rugby and boxing? Bro, what are people whacking each other in the fucking head with the clubs? J- Somebody's busting my balls now. They don't really believe this. The only way golf is more dangerous is if those sandworms from Beetlejuice exist. Your ball out of the pit, they come and eat you alive. Whoa, shit. I went too far. Oh, stop it. I hate golf. You hear me, world? Golf world? Everything about your sport is dull and boring, and this little contraption right here. I would like to drive one of those around. That's about the only thing that's fun about it. Wreck golf cart abandoned and flipped on its side, lying on the golf course. Compared to its sporting brethren, golf is not considered a hazardous game. One has to be on the outlook for tee shots, sure, or sun exposure, but it beats the brutality of football and hockey. Hockey is the shit. I got my New Jersey Devils jersey on right now. I'm not playing games with you people. Having a fastball fired at your head. Well, yeah, that shit hurts. I've been there. At least that was the consensus. According to the Golf Support, which has analyzed several reports on sport related injuries, golf is more dangerous than contact sports like rugby or hockey. Yo, dude, are you out of your mind? How? How is that? I don't have to rewrite the description on this damn thing, but I don't care. This is. I bet you didn't know this when you woke up this morning, did you, huh? Huh? Talking to nobody? Well, y'all are missing out. I don't give a shit. Yo, I'm telling you, man. You didn't know this when you woke up this morning unless you were a golfer. And if you're a golfer, open invite, man. Let's talk sport is dangerous. 2016 paper from National Health Statistic Report, which investigated over 8.6 million reported recreational injuries, states that golf which was grouped with tennis, badminton, and bowling, had a rate of 1.8 injuries for every 1,000 persons. Though it was behind figures from general exercise, basketball, football, it was still a higher percentage than rugby and hockey. Hmm. Baseball, and oddly enough, combative sports. Additionally, the British Journal of Medicine revealed that 15.8 to 40.9% of amateur golfers suffer an injury on an annual basis. Lower back ailments are the main culprit. So, what are they pulling muscles out? Now, before you take your child out of golf lessons in favor of a rugby pitch, take these findings with a grain of salt. Golf is paired with several other sports, meaning its singular injury rate could be a fraction of football or hockey. Moreover, far from us to call the shenanigans on a journal rather of medicine. Don't stop believing. Did they write that? I don't know. Another bombing joke. No, whatever. You don't like it, you can kiss my ass. BJSM's injury range for annual professional golf injuries is 31 to 90%. That's a pretty big window. Of course, as I write this, I'm rubbing my elbow sore from a range lesson that occurred 5 days ago, so maybe we're not the ones to be cast in aspirations. Uh, Let me pop back up here and stop the screen sharing. So, golf is more dangerous than rugby or fucking football. Who the hell would have figured that shit out? I'm writing this shit down, dude. Golf, football, rugby, hockey. You know what I should do? I don't know why I keep stopping the screen sharing. Sore elbow from range lessons sounds like white person problems to me. Yeah, some fucking oh Jesus. Some fucking white asshole walking around in his Crocs or whatever it is that these fucking lunatics wear. You know what I should do? Let me put my almost said my screen search. My screen share. Apparently, I can't talk today, but that's all right because you don't you have the option to leave if you want to. I'm not holding an arrow to your head and trying to give you a Bible. You know what I'm saying? I never said I was funny. So, like I said, you don't like it, you can kiss my ass. How about that? All I do is we're gonna X out of that, and they say that golf is more. Oh yeah, and for those of you that might have just showed up because people have been coming and going, this started out talking about some poor Asian guy that went to an island to give a bunch of people that live like 500 miles away from everybody else Bibles and a soccer ball. He gets whacked with arrows, which then somehow led me to Area 51. And then we went from Area 51 back to Bibles, and then somehow we wound up at the Smithsonian. From the Smithsonian, we went to golf is more dangerous than hockey and football. I had to look up what rugby was because I've never seen that before. I had no idea what it was. Hashtag save the children. No more mini golf. Oh, fuck. I almost put hashtag save the children. All right, let's look up hockey. Hockey hits. You motherfuckers want to say that golf is more dangerous than this, huh? Let's see. Let's see this. Oh shit! Look at you, hoagies. You don't know nothing about any of that. All right, there's just trash music anyway. Yeah, look, golf is more dangerous than this. Look at these men and what men do. Swinging around trying to hit a stupid ball into a tiny hole. Yeah, more dangerous than that. My head hurts looking at this. All right, I've had enough of these two guys. Let's move on. Oh yeah, and they have ice skates on their fucking feet. So when they don't punch you in your fat head, they can try to cut your throat with the bottom of their fucking shoes. Look at this. Savages. Golf is more dangerous than this. Yeah. Look at these monsters, dude. Even the goalie is getting involved. That is insanity. And you know what? Just so we're not biased, let's put in golf footage. You ready for the comparison? Oh wait, no, that's Junior. That's Junior. We don't want to do this to the grown men who do this for a living. 6 minutes is too long. Oh fuck yeah, let's do this one. What was the diagnosis, Doc Grim, Mr. Peterson? Peterson, there you go. I can talk now. You have been afflicted with khakis and a polo shirt. This is a terminal infection of the cunt. More like a Tanya Harder daddy, am I right? Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my god, I'm tearing up. Holy shit. I can't even see what I'm looking at. Woo! When you want to break somebody's kneecaps, you gotta get diddled first. It's the rule of the law, man. They can't do nothing about it. I didn't make the rules. Let's look at this savage. Okay, so you remember what I said earlier about the only way that a golf course could be more dangerous than football or rugby is if Beetlejuice worms were real and when you went into the sand pit to go get your bowl, one of them jumped out and ate you? I think this is as close as you're going to get to that. Jesus, look at the size of this fucking thing. Holy shit. Is that it? Look at this asshole. White guy all day. Ring the alarm, dude. Why would you even get that close? This guy could turn his head right now and decide that he wants to eat your khaki wearing ass for breakfast, and it's a wrap for you, dude. It's a wrap for you, bro. I don't know why I just started talking like that out of nowhere. Apparently that's the new thing that I do now. Look, and he's still going. He's still going. There's something wrong with white people, man. I'm white, but there's something wrong with white people. Narrated by Optimus Prime. I didn't read the narration. I didn't listen to the narration because the people can't hear it. So you know what? Here's what I will do then. So you can hear this, if it's really narrated by Optimus Prime, that is gigantic. Warm-blooded privilege. He thinks he's a fucking David Attenborough. Well, you know what? Now let's see who that is now. Can I highlight this? Yeah, copy. Who doesn't love a warm, wet? I'm not even gonna attempt it. But okay, so real quick, let's go and see who this guy is. What? Oh, I guess he's a nature guy. He records videos of animals out in the wild. Kangaroo fight! Fuck yeah! Let's do it. Oh, come on. With the ads already. Look, Apple, bro, you can make your computers at whatever you want. I'm not buying one. You understand what I'm dealing with right now? I don't have. Alright, never mind. I don't need to hear somebody talking. Yeah, this would be some shit that I would watch in my spare time, though. You think this is less dangerous than golf? I don't know. Come on, back a little bit. There you go. Look, kicking. Do they really fight like they do? Look. Don't touch me, silly. Stop it. Stop it. Get out of my face. Jesus. What a train wreck, huh? Holy shit. Well, I mean, I don't know where do we go from here, man? I don't know we necessarily can I think I did it. I think I did it. Oh my god, dude, you could not pay me to get one step closer to that. Yeah, no shit, lady. Me neither. Narrated by a ceiling fan. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, so before I get out of here, let me copy this. Or can I just do this? No, it's not gonna work. Fuck. Hmm. This is tough because I'm trying to get it on my phone so I could play the audio so you can hear it. Hold on, let me try to pull this up. Alright, now I'm gonna get out of here. You know what? Just so that nobody knows what's going on. What? Imagine if you couldn't watch videos you love. We support copyright reform Article 13. Save your internet. I thought it was gonna say save the children. Okay, you know what? While we're here, since the internet makes it possible for me to do what it is that I'm doing, mm, let's get out of that. Oh shit, I think I needed that. David Edinburgh was the best. Oh wait, oh shit. I'm all the way up here now. I'm over here now. Cloaca. Okay, that's what that is. David Edinburgh is the best nature documentarian and narrator of all time. I go to Atlanta all the time. Oh shit. You want to watch some mind blowing shit? Set this up for your viewing party sometime. Well, you know what? Let's click it and see. We live in a dangerous world. Oh, I thought this is what he was trying to send me. Asshole in a Christmas sweater. Almost said circus sweater. Oh, and by the way, for those of you that don't know, Area 51 was not aliens. We've narrowed it down to it was either the Russians or disfigured midgets from the circus. That's what it is, for real. That's a fact. And I forgot what I was doing. Okay, we'll load this up and then we'll go back here. And let me try to go to my own Twitter just to see if it should pop up. By the way, I checked out that cast thing, cast box. Really, really good so far. Oh shit, did I close my own thing? I did, didn't I? Fuck, yeah, I did. Hold on, I gotta figure out how to get it back now. I'm a fucking asshole. YouTube. Hold on, I'm gonna pull my screen down for a second just so that it doesn't broadcast any personal shit of mine and pull the video back up because I can't read it if it's not open because I closed it thinking it was something else. Come on, videos. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hurry, 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 hurry. Live Bibles and arrows. There it is. I know it's visible to everybody. Now, can I just click it and have it pop up? No, apparently not. Alright, go back. Go back. View live in control room. Ugh, fuck you. All I want to do is put the video back on. Motherfucker. Okay. View on YouTube. There it is. Oh, come on. Okay. Now where's the... There we go. Usually short, pale senior citizens, yeah. Or unusually short, pale senior citizens. Yeah, dude, I got it. And one of the first things that I looked up was just to see Joe Rogan automatically popped on before I even was digging around in anything. So hold on. There's my video. So let's get out of that. And now I can go back up here and screen share again. Share, hide, minimize, and we can get rid of that too. We don't need that anymore. Storytelling of science. Oh yeah, that's right. I went to go check my fucking Twitter to see if I could send shit to myself. Because if I can, then I'll load this up real quick and we'll see what does it sound like. What is... Oh shit. It works. Okay, cool. So I can use the tweeter to send this to myself. Yeah, all right, man. I'll look up Article 13. Jesus, stop pestering me. Said I was gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. God. All right, get out of here. I don't need you no more. And now, new tab, paste, Article 13. EU copyright vote. Wait, is that not? That's not us. Yeah, it's Europe. So I really can't do much about that now, can I? Let me just double check and make sure. USA, USA. Article 11, Article 13. Is either of those things. Sweet, man. Appreciate your website. Sucks. Yeah, dude, Castbox is fucking awesome. I don't know, I probably skipped over that, but it is awesome. The first thing that popped up was Joe Rogan, and then I got Pete and Sebastian show, and I don't know if you know this, dude, but you can... Wait, is this all European shit? Internet users European and beyond. But alright, if they got Rolodex, Jesus. What does that say? There's no D in there anywhere. Hi, dyslexia. My name is Kevin. How are you? That's it. Let me get out of here, dude. For shame. I should do that to myself. Now I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, you can. Dude, you can. I know. I can't even. Hold on. I can't. Oh, Jesus. I can't take it anymore, dude. Woo! That's pretty funny. But you can start your own podcast on there. Apparently, all you have to do is hit the little microphone button. Oh yeah, that lawyer ass. So I tried to get a lawyer up on here, guys, earlier. I really did. That guy didn't want to come by. So you know what? That's okay. We will. I had. Oh nope, that's an ad. Let's lower this. Why is my screen like that? Maybe because that's the same YouTube page. Alright, let me turn the volume up here. And then we can listen to the audio. You guys will be able to hear it. The audio on my phone. And I'll hear it through the computer. So let's go. 1, 2, 3. It's great to be here, and I want to welcome those of you who were here last night. And yay! Ugh. Can you guys hear that all right? Hopefully. Maybe if you shut the fuck up, we can hear it. Sorry. Yeah, that is pretty good. And for the record, arrows could technically fall underneath the umbrella of science, so yeah. Video volume is too low. Okay, how about now? Does that turn it up a little bit? I don't know where the mic is.
Individually, but all together, it's
Oh,
going to
wait,
be
how
an
about
amazing
that?
night. And the way it's going to work, when you got great jazz musicians, you allow them to jam. And so the way we're going to do it is we're going to bring everyone out in a minute or two, and everyone's going to tell a little science story for you. Sense of what excites them about science, or how they interpret science, and each one of the people will do that, and that should take a while. And then we'll take a break. Then we'll come back, and we're going to have a
All right, hold on. Let's see if that was. There we go. Okay.
discussion. Then we're going to open it up to all of you. I believe you have questionnaires, question cards. If you want to write down your question by the intermission, bring them down, and then we'll choose some questions. And after we have our discussion, we'll try and answer your question. That's the way it's going to go.
No, everything got all messed up.
Each of the panelists, and in order. The first person is that I wanted.
All right, hold on. Let me get the audio in sync with the video here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? That's where we're at. Yeah. Okay. Now the video and audio will be synced up at the same time. Go.
The director of a remarkable festival, which is, I would say, next to the Origins Project, the most amazing science festival in the country, the World Science Festival in New York City, and I've been privileged to be part of it 4 or 5 times. And Tracy Day is the CEO of that, a former broadcast journalist, and puts together this remarkable program of 30 to 40 different science events throughout New York, and with lots of different scientists and musicians, and it's an amazing event, and it's been a privilege for me to be a part of it. So I want to bring out Tracy Day first. Next, I want to bring out an old friend of mine, and one of the most well-known physicists in the country.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Like a supernova on the stage, or the public stage, with his first book, The Elegant Universe. And I think of him as a long-lost son, really. And Brian and I have been together in many venues, and he is really one of the most remarkable and vibrant communicators of physics, particularly particle physics, in the country, and it's really a pleasure.
Ah, Jesus. Messing up my flow over here. You can't be in a relationship that don't let you do anything. I'm kidding.
Okay, enough. That love, I feel it.
I bet you do. Wink, wink.
Thanks, Brent.
Plug.
I'm not turning my back to you, I think, but the next person I want to bring on stage is another old friend, and I've been privileged to be on his program a number of times, and he is really one of the most amazing, he has the most amazing radio country about science, but if you've been on the program and you experienced it, you can see what an amazing job he does in interviewing people. Brian and I and Ian McEwen were on earlier this week, and when you're on there, you see the incredible talent. And I know that when I try and moderate these panels, what I think is I'm trying to channel Ira Flatow. And so I'm happy to bring out Ira Flatow.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Next, I want to bring out a little guy who is now everywhere. He's on TV. He's about to make a new series, a remake of the Cosmos series.
That's Neil deGrasse Tyson.
He's the director of the Hyde Planetarium. In fact, I was privileged enough to be there last week for an event that he moderated, and now I'm going to return that favor to him and not let him talk either. He's a little shy, but I think we can encourage him to come out. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Holy shit, he looks really thin there. Damn.
It's okay.
This guy reminds me of Billy Crystal.
Next, we have, as I said last night, in my own mind, the person we all look up to as one of the greatest writers about science in the history of science, and someone who changed the way science writing is done and communication is done with his book, A Selfish Gene, which was published almost 40 years ago. And it's a surprise guest because he wasn't in the original program, but he was here last night, and we'd be remiss if we didn't include in this program Richard Dawkins. Now, the next guy is a real guy. In fact, he's a science guy. And I don't think I have to say anything else. Bill Nye has been an amazing educator on television. I love watching him in Disney World each time I go to Epcot Center. And he's been a pleasure to interact with. He's also the executive director of the Planetary Society, which is a position that Carl Sagan first had. And it is truly a pleasure and a privilege to welcome to the stage Bill Nye.
Bill. Don't act like you don't know the song.
And the last person I want to walk the stage is a little bit different, but in fact, he communicates science in a different way. In my mind, personally, I think he is the best science fiction writer writing today. He is incredibly prolific. I don't know how he produces what he produces. And I've been with him in a number of events, and he has an incredible following. He weaves science in his stories in a way that very few science fiction writers really do effectively. And it's truly, again, a privilege to welcome Neal Stephenson to the stage. Okay, so we're going to begin. If we go to the first slide, actually. And as all of my colleagues will point out to you, it's always about me. And so the story, I want to tell you a little science story, and it's a story about me. In a way, it's a story about what got me interested in science, because I thought that would be appropriate. This person here is Richard Feynman. This young person here is me. And
that looks like Jack Nicholson from Far Away.
Made me want to be a scientist for a number of reasons. When I was a high school student, I took a special summer program, and I was bored. And the teacher came down and said, "You look bored," and he gave me a book. And in fact, I think if this works, it does. This was the book. It's called The Character of Physical Law by Richard Feynman. And he said, "Look, this is a book by a guy who won the Nobel Prize recently for proving that antiparticles are particles going backwards in time. Wow, this is amazing." So I took the book home, and I read the chapter. I didn't understand any of it. But it was really neat. But the thing that was important for me, and I hope one of the things I like to tell students, because we tend to teach science, as I said the other night, as if it's done by dead white men. And when I looked at this, I realized, not all the problems are solved. There's still an incredible number of things we need to understand about the universe. And it was the first time that I thought a career in physics might actually be worthwhile. There were things left to discover, that all the great things hadn't been known. And it changed my life completely. Now, like all good physics undergraduates, I'm sure Brian and Neal at very least, I carried around with me the Feynman Lectures of Physics. He rewrote all of introductory physics in his own style. He was incredibly charismatic and an amazing teacher. And I carried them around. Again, I couldn't understand them. But I thought by osmosis, if I carried them around long enough. It was only when I was a graduate student that I really began to appreciate the depth of those descriptions. And that kind of, as I thought of being an educator, the idea, what was amazing about Feynman was that he conveyed his excitement and his interest and the integrity of science, as I'll talk about in a second. Now, I was lucky enough, as it turned out, when I was an undergraduate, to meet Feynman at a meeting up in Canada. And this was actually taken for a physics magazine. And I'm pleased we were actually talking physics at that instant. But I spent most of the weekend with him because I brought my girlfriend at the time, and she was one of the few women. And Feynman, if you knew anything about Feynman, he decided to spend most of his time with us. And besides actually teaching me how to dance, he convinced me we had long talks about adventure and seeking out adventure. And I know for me, for him, science was an adventure, and it is for me, but it was everything in life was an adventure. Learning, just the pleasure of finding things out, as he wrote. And that became infectious for me.
Holy shit, dude. This is going to be a long thing. I did not realize it was 1 hour and 27 minutes long. Holy shit snacks, dude. If you guys really if you want to watch this thing, I mean, I'll keep playing it. But, I don't know, what do you think? You want to watch it? I'll play it. If not, we can try to think of something else to do. What do you want to do? It's up to you guys. If you're in for the long haul, if this shit seems interesting to you, I got no problem doing it. And then there was nothing. Silence. Alright, well, I guess I will just go back to playing it. See what happens.
and invigorated me to become a scientist. Now, it turned out many years later, when I was at Harvard, I gave a colloquium at Caltech, where Feynman was teaching, and it was very intimidating, of course. But he asked a good question. Then he came up afterwards to talk to me, and I really wanted to remind him. I was certain he wouldn't remember our weekend together, and he wanted to ask me a question, but there was a very annoying assistant professor who would not stop asking me questions. I'm very happy to say he didn't get tenure, but Feynman walked off, and I thought, well, I'll catch him later. But he died shortly afterwards, so I never was able to tell him what he meant to me. And as a result, I wrote a whole book about Richard Feynman, because for me, he captured the way science is done. I'm going to let him tell you in the last minute his own story, or at least the way he saw science. But I want to tell you one of the facts about science, the kind of things that would amaze him and amaze me. All of you take a breath. Hold it in. I can't see you. You still hold it. No, you can let it out now. Okay, good. Well, there's a possibility, in fact, a likely possibility, that with every breath you take, you are breathing in atoms that Richard Feynman breathed out when he gave the interview I'm about to show you. And every time I'm sitting at my desk, not getting anything done, feeling ignorant and incompetent, I like to think that I'm breathing in atoms from Richard Feynman. And that sense of joy and mystery, to me, is what science is all about. And no one conveyed it better than Feynman, and so I'll let him finish this off in his own words.
You see, one thing is I can live with doubt and uncertainty and not knowing. I think it's much more interesting to live not knowing than to have answers which might be wrong. I have approximate answers and possible beliefs and different degrees of certainty about different things, but I'm not absolutely sure of anything, and there are many things I don't know anything about, such as whether it means anything to ask, why we're here, and what the question might mean. I might think about it a little bit. If I can't figure it out, then I go to something else. But I don't have to know an answer. I don't feel frightened by not knowing things, by being lost in the mysterious universe without having any purpose, which is the way it really is, as far as I can tell, possibly. It doesn't frighten me.
He wasn't frightened, and he loved mysteries, and that's what science is all about, to me. Thanks. Gracie, you want to go up next?
I would love to. Am I supposed to stand?
Yeah, you can go stand. You can do whatever you want.
One thing is probably obvious, which is I'm quite different from others on the stage. Actually, I'm quite different another way. I'm neither a scientist nor a science journalist. And honestly, if my former friends and colleagues, my friends and colleagues saw me on this stage with this group of people, they would laugh, because I was actually a broadcast journalist, and I covered wars, I covered politics, I covered many things, but I never covered science. And that is because we all assumed that science was boring, and that scientists were boring. And so my story is really about how I discovered that science is a great story. And I did a program in about 1999 called The Century with Peter Jennings, and I was producing a part of it called The Thinkers. And I interviewed many impressive, incredible people. And what I found that the scientists were actually more interesting and more compelling than anyone else I talked to. Actually, there were people, Richard Dawkins, Brian Greene, many others were in that program. And so I realized again that the science stories are really, they were untapped. They were, people didn't realize in the mainstream media that these are great adventure stories and many other things. So in 2005 or so, Brian Greene and I co-founded a thing called the World Science Festival, and what we wanted to do is bring science to a general audience in a very new way. We wanted to use all of the storytelling multimedia techniques you could throw at these great stories. And the key thing is we wanted to put the scientists on the stage. They were great communicators, and they often didn't get the chance to do that. So Lawrence is a wonderful participant in the festival. He has been there a number of years. And so he asked me to, as part of this talk, bring a video that would actually show what the World Science Festival is and does. So if we can bring the lights down, we can show a bit of that.
Some of the biggest names in science and the arts have gathered here in New York City for the World Science Festival.
The festival, which has been called a new cultural institution by the New York Times, takes science out of the laboratory and into the streets.
World Science Festival kicks off with a star-studded gala performance hosted by Oscar-winning actor Alan Alda.
Tonight we fly across the cosmos at the speed of art. Scientists and artists come together to give us a view of nature that is both fascinating and fun.
It is my distinct pleasure to dedicate Icarus at the Edge of Time to tonight's honoree. More than any other member of our species, Professor Hawking has traveled closest to the edge of time.
I am very honored by this wonderful event.
What's such a great adventure about science?
The idea that we can all understand science and not have to be scientists is just a wonderful.
Okay, so this is a big thing that they do, I guess, every year. Oh, let me see. Origins Project ASU presents the final night Origins Story Weekend. Focus science storytelling of science. Storytelling of Science feature a panel of esteemed scientists, public intellectuals, award-winning writers, including well-known scientists Bill Nye, Neil deGrasse Tyson, a few other people. Okay, so I guess that's this one. As they discuss the stories behind cutting-edge science and the origins of the universe, discussing exciting technologies that will change our future, demonstrate how to convey the excitement of science and importance of helping promote a public understanding of science. It's like the Avengers of Sciences. Just want to find someone who looks at me the way Bill Nye looks at Richard Dawkins. Neil looks so bored when the others are talking. I know he isn't bored, that face, though. Wish there was a pool of presidential candidates. Oh, cool, we got timestamps. This is what we came here for. Alright, Bill is in the end. Let's fast forward to what Neil is talking about. 4025. Oh, that reminds me of a really funny video that I'm pretty sure we could play. Hold on. Wait, I'm pausing the wrong thing. Shit. I'm pausing my screen trying to read the chat. Holy Christ. They do these talks every year, but different themes. This one being the storytelling of science. You gotta be in the right food format. That's what I was about to say. Holy shit. But there's some really interesting and funny moments later in this talk. Alright, cool. Well, I'll bookmark that shit for later on. Because I wanted to... Here, let's go... There, that's the one. Oh, fuck me. I forgot that I had to pull the audio up. Don't worry, I'm pausing it just so I can. I have their channel already on my YouTube. I subscribe to them. Notification. Alright, that's from somebody I'm subscribed to. That's not what I want. Just give me a second here while I try to figure this shit out. Jim and Sam. Nope. Clicked the wrong one. Alright. This should be it. Now I just gotta find it. Billy Corbin. Sounds familiar. I think this is Smashing Pumpkins guy. Yep. Here we go. I think this is it. Just because if you understand science, then you'll probably find this pretty funny. Let's go back. Bert is such a dope. Okay.
Bert's easily distracted.
Come on in, please.
Come on in,
please.
take a seat. How are you? No, come on up.
Please.
Neil deGrasse Tyson is walking in.
Always.
Bert didn't realize that this is radio, and he could have just continued his story.
I can't.
I know, but you
John,
weren't
I met you last time you were here.
All right, dude. Hey.
One of the times.
You're acting like he's Rickles on the Tonight Show. No one saw him walking in. He was coming in quietly. He would have just sat down. Look at how Bert's
on the Tonight Show. How old are you?
I'm 50. When a guest walks on, everybody would look, oh my God, this guy just walked on. But in radio, he would have just kind of come in. You would have finished your story. Can I tell you something? Bert's entire face, look at his face or facial structure. It's red. He looks drunk, like always. That's how Bert looks.
Last time I was here, you were here, and you gave me the brilliant analogy of how far the Earth is from the sun,
Which is?
like we're walking across a classroom. Maybe I was wrong about that.
Probably you were.
No. That's just from Earth to the moon.
That's it. The Earth is the moon.
Yeah,
That's different.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'd be burning, right?
Yeah, you would have been vaporized long ago.
Ridiculous.
The sun is like 12 feet away. We're like this. That's the sun right
Dude,
there.
I would teach you stuff. You got to remember it accurately. Otherwise, I look bad.
You know, the sun.
Hold on. Is this even going or did it get stuck? Oh man, I think it got stuck. Shit. So I've been playing this the whole time and you haven't seen a second of it, I don't think. And I only want to play you the snippet anyway, then I should wrap this damn thing up because I've been all over the place. We gotta put the tree up. Oh, well, there you have it. You have to put the tree up. So if you have not watched a Jim Norton special or a Bert Kreischer special, you should go and do that. We could do it now. I don't know what is happening. Did it stop working? I'm not sure. I think it may have. Either way, let me grab this and I will put the link in the chat. Right now it's working again. Unless it was talking that whole time. Beautiful. I don't know if the mic picked that up. Okay, I don't know what the hell is happening, but I'm going with it.
It's about 12 feet away from here. It's amazing. It's incredible. That's why we get light. It's like running from desk to desk.
All right, we had an astronaut in here who did not give a lot of information. Let me ask you, there's a telescope going up. It's going to be better than the Hubble. Where is that going to be in space? A telescope going up.
There's a
Is that the best information?
Maybe my question sucks.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me think. Let me say what I think you're trying to ask. There's
Mhm.
the Hubble telescope, which
Yes,
you all
there
know and love. Yes. And then there's the. What?
By the way, what you just did to Jim is my impression of me trying to fuck younger chicks. Let me just tell you what you're trying to ask. Yes, we have a tour bus. Get in.
What?
I hope not.
No, not at all.
Okay.
It'd be like walking from one end of the classroom to the other. So there's a telescope called the James Webb Space Telescope, which is it had long delays in its launch and it was cost overruns and this sort of thing. But that shouldn't be surprising when it's a unique object, a unique piece of hardware. It's not just off the shelf. Right. It's something that's never done before. So that's going to go 1 million miles beyond the moon. And in a very special place in space.
But how many classrooms is that?
That's 4 times the distance from here to the moon, on the other side of the moon. It was about 250,000 miles away. Okay, and so that will especially tuned to observe the formation of galaxies in the early universe.
See, that's what I was trying to ask. That's what I was asking this astronaut.
Oh my God.
And that's the question.
You should have been here. We were sitting here, we're talking to this spaceman. We're like, he's been in space. Jim goes, and Jim phrased the question even much better than he did. He did with familiarity to you. But with the spaceman, you were very specific with the question. And the guy goes, Jim says, do you know where that's going to be? And the guy looks at Jim and he goes, in space?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
not helpful.
so here's the thing. Astronauts, when they go into space,
Right.
If you take a schoolroom globe of Earth and say, like, where do you think the space station is orbiting? You know, from compared to the 12-inch schoolroom globe, people like put their hand a foot away or something. No, it's 3/8 of an inch above Earth's surface. That's where the thing orbits.
Wow.
Above the surface of a. So let me explain 3/8 of an inch above the. You don't
Yeah.
So here's. Do you remember that guy?
Shitloaf.
Yeah, Felix Baumgartner.
Right. Oh,
He's an edge of space jump. Yeah. Okay. Where is he jumping from?
Nah, he just popped up on the screen for a second.
120,000 feet, right?
Whatever that, I did the math. It's whatever that height. Because that means I have to trust your foot measurement there. But whatever height he was, it was a 16th of an inch above. We got real crack team of researchers going here.
He's looking.
And people just assume.
One other thing. The pictures they showed of the curvature of the Earth. That's complete BS.
What?
It's complete BS.
Earth is flat.
I knew it.
It's fucking awesome.
If you have a fisheye lens,
Yeah.
any horizontal line, when represented above the midpoint, will go convex. If that horizontal line goes below the midpoint, it will then go concave.
Sure.
So in all of the images of Felix Baumgartner, the horizon line is above the midpoint of the picture. So he's not high enough to see any curvature.
Oh my God! Fisheye lens.
Fisheye lens. Of course, as you see what's to the right and to the left, it's the right lens to use. I'm not arguing that.
Yeah,
but if you're going to think the curvature is the curvature of the Earth, you've been duped by optics, and they didn't go out of their way to tell you that that was not the curvature.
They wanted you to see. It's 120,000 feet, by the way. I was correct. It is.
Okay, good. Yeah. And so I tweeted at the time 3 different pictures of a fisheye lens taking a picture of the Earth horizon, and you see a convex flat when it's right at the midpoint. I was just at a beach scene. You're at the beach, take out your fisheye lens, put the horizon of this ocean above midpoint, at midpoint, and below it, and you go convex, flat, and concave.
But I don't think when these pictures came out, I don't think anybody realized it was only a 16th of an inch.
I did. What do you mean, anybody?
Well. The normal folks.
No, yeah. So it was. So I was a little. I was. What word? I don't have a word. I was concerned.
Perturbed.
I was ruffled.
Yeah.
That such a big point was being made of this.
Yeah.
so let me not fault the Red
You can
Bull
pick that
and
up.
Felix and the bravery and
You shouldn't pick
the
it up.
hardware necessary to pull this off and the balloon and all this. Fine. But if we're getting that excited, it means we were not doing anything else in space to have justified having gotten more excited.
Right.
All right. So in my generation, we went to the moon and back, and we haven't been to the moon since 1972. The guy jumps out of a balloon 100,000 feet up, and everybody's getting excited.
I guess because the guy
That tells me there's not something else to get excited about.
A guy jumped.
If we had people walking on Mars right now, do you think anybody would be paying attention to Felix Baumgartner? No.
A guy jumping from that height. I don't know whose record did he break. You know?
No, I don't.
Joe Kittinger. He jumped from, I think.
Did you just see a documentary about that?
No, I've known that.
No, he just saw it on the
No, I did not. I'm afraid of heights. I'm terrified of heights. So Joe Kittinger, there's footage of him jumping out.
He's an expert on space. He's not an expert on free falls.
Here's my point.
He's on a free fall.
Right. So here's my point. Here's
like
my
a
point.
magical man.
These distances above Earth's surface to an astrophysicist are not space. It's just not space to me. Space is going someplace. Space is Earth, is the moon, Mars, and beyond. Asteroids, comets, the distant planets. On January 1st, the New Horizons spaceship that went past Pluto a few years back found another target out there in the Kuiper Belt of icy bodies, and it's going to hit that. It's going to arrive there.
Explaining to Bert.
It's gonna hit that.
Sorry, I just realized. You got some potty mouth people around here. So it doubled. It did double duty going past Pluto, and then they redirected, and then it hits another object in the outer solar.
Hopefully this thing doesn't start glitching out, but if it does, let me know. I'll check back and forth periodically to make sure it's not fucking up anything. Nope. Fucking hell. Go back. Small screen. Thank you.
So to me, that's space.
What about that thing that's tumbling towards our solar system? It's going 195,000 miles an hour, I think. It's a long cigar object, and the Harvard paper did something on it, and CNN talked about it. What is
They
that?
said it could be an alien
alien origin.
However,
I'm not authorized to comment further on that.
you were right, Troy.
You were right. Here we go.
What's going on?
Troy happens to know that Neil knows a little more than he's telling us
About spacemen.
about aliens.
Shut
and,
up.
What do you think of that?
We're going to go to the time. We're going into the Times Square. Here we go. Here the Town Square. Town Square. Excuse me. Times Square.
So it's Oumuamua, Oumuamua, which is Hawaiian for a scout, first scout, and it's some form of asteroid, space object that is here's why it's important. It's the first ever object known to be hurtling in from outside our solar system. In other words, it is not gravitationally bound to the sun, whereas everything else that we have discovered, comets, asteroids, planets, are all attached to the sun's gravitation.
Is that why it's going so fast, Sam?
Yes. Because if you're coming in from outer space,
right,
beyond our solar system, you're going to have speeds that are in excess of anything the sun could contain. And so, if you give Earth that speed, we would then escape and go to another solar system.
So, what happens when that enters?
I got to keep talking about the picture they've shown is an artist's rendering. That's not some photo.
That sucks.
That totally sucks. And so
they just said, "Hey man, what do you think it would look like?" And he's like, "I don't know, kind of like the Millennium Falcon."
I know. So the actual thing is like this tiny little dot in a larger photo, fuzzy, grainy photo. So here's the thing: what made it an interesting object to justify a paper by two of my colleagues is that its speed and its trajectory are not quite fully accounted for by the gravity we already know is operating within our solar system. The sun, Jupiter, the strong-armed gravitational attractors there. And so if it has a path that is not entirely explained by known sources of gravity, maybe it's got some propulsion going on in it.
Right, I see.
So
somebody fired it.
So if it's got some propulsion, maybe it has agency. It's got control, either from some distant place or from within. Okay, so
we're getting attacked.
Okay,
we are getting attacked. That's exactly right.
But they're not good at hiding their arrival.
Well, then what are we going to do?
Okay, well, so the thing is, so in science, what we have learned over the centuries is the first explanation that you might want to be true. If it is an extraordinary explanation that involves magic, mysticism, or something that's never happened before.
You talking about little green men?
Or little green women, yes.
Yeah, little green people. Little green gender fluid people.
That's right. Yeah. Then history has shown it has not been the right explanation.
Right.
So going forward, because we find out what it actually is.
Right.
And it's not everything your imagination wanted it to be. So, yeah, that sucks for sci-fi writers.
And that guy with the hair that sticks up on Ancient Aliens.
Oh, yeah.
Brachiosuchus.
Yeah, just because you don't know what it is doesn't mean you then know what it is.
Right.
Right? Okay.
Right.
This is the great problem with the UFO sightings. The U stands for unidentified.
Not alien life form, just unidentified.
You don't know what it is. That doesn't mean you then know what it is. Okay?
Oh.
Yeah. You never thought that through?
Yeah. As soon as I heard UFO, I was like, aliens, as opposed to, hey, don't know what it is.
Thank you. Okay. So, otherwise it'd be AFOs, alien flying objects, right?
Yeah.
So you just don't know. And so let's investigate further. I'm not going to stop you from trying to figure it out. Everybody's got a video camera today.
Right.
Show me the abductions and show me the...
Just bring it into the town square.
And yeah, just drag the sucker into the town square. After, like Will Smith did, he opened the hatch and
Happy Independence Day.
Yeah. Boom.
Well, the Earth, motherfucker.
I thought that was the funniest scene in the whole book. Anyhow, the point is, so these researchers, in their last paragraph, I think it was, made the suggestion that an explanation could be this kind of extraordinary account. And I'm saying it could be something more natural, like it has ices on it and it got nearer the sun.
ISIS?
This
could be that bad? Yeah. This could be ISIS?
ISIS now controlling interstellar objects.
Yeah, we should have been in space. ISIS got up there before us.
Sorry, I'll repronounce that. ISIS.
Yes. Oh.
Like ammonia ice, water ice. Water's not the only thing that can freeze.
I just learned there's more than one ice.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one. I didn't know that either.
I'm so happy to be your educator this morning, So
I'll take the Jack on the Rocks. That's just regular rocks, not
ammonia rocks.
Ammonia rocks.
Yeah.
Specify your rock. So,
Dude, this is gonna jump into a little bit funnier stuff, I promise. Just have to get past a little bit, but this is interesting, at least anyway, as far as size is concerned for me.
so he keep distracting me. What was I talking about?
You were talking about
the
giant magic thing. Wait, he just shut me up. Actually,
another way.
He grabbed my hand and I shut up.
Another way this could have extra propulsion is it neared the sun, it evaporated some of the ice, and you have outgassing of the ice. This is like a propulsive force.
Like what Jim does in the morning in here.
Yeah, and I do bounce off the walls, so yeah,
propulsive gas.
Boy, do I!
Okay.
So it's alien in the sense that it seems to have come from outside of our solar system.
I don't mind using the word in that way. That's a perfectly legitimate definition.
But not like it's an flying alien technology.
Right. No, I'm not saying it's not that. I'm just simply saying if that's your first explanation.
Right.
Be prepared for that to likely be wrong, given the history of this exercise.
How big is this? How
I don't remember. You can Google that.
And when do you think it will arrive around where we are?
I don't have the latest trajectory on it. It's not coming to Earth.
No, I know, but I mean,
it's not going to hit us
in our vicinity.
Yeah, I thought we were under attack.
I thought it was going to hit us. That's my freaking.
Where's it going? 10 times as long as what? Can you move that screen, please?
10 as long as it is wide.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
There's no. I don't know how big it really is. But how close is it going to come to the Earth? Do you have any idea?
No, I didn't come in. I don't have those numbers in
like
my head
3
right
classrooms.
4 classrooms.
Size of a teacher.
Yeah, more or less.
I'm just curious. What were you guys talking about before I walked in?
Nanotechnology.
Nanotechnology.
No, I'm lying. He was talking about his alcoholism. Wanting a young girlfriend to be impressed, which is why we all want a young girlfriend to be impressed with the cool things we can now do that we're older.
Bert's married, but he'd like to find a young girlfriend.
Why do you want young? Like, you don't know anything about anything.
No, not for.
Wait. Just consider as you get older.
Yes,
the sex.
Presumably you get wiser.
Yeah.
And wisdom is something to be cherished. Really.
Yeah.
And isn't it odd? Think about it. That when you're young, all you want to be is older. And then when you're old, all you want to be is young. That's messed up. It means we're not really fully in touch
Neil Burgess
with the arc of time that we occupy.
Burgess found out the sun is more than 12 feet away. So that's not, I don't know if it's wisdom.
Don't have a lot of wisdom in this show.
And you also, the older you get, the more you have to offer, so you can get girls that were unattainable at one point. That's a big thing too. Those girls were unattainable, and now you can get them, and you want them.
I don't. And by the way, just to be fair to my wife, I don't want to have sex with one of them. I just want them to be impressed with me.
And you want a girl who knows stuff, but you want a girl who you can impress with cool knowledge. Like my very minimal knowledge of space. That you go, all right, hold on a second. I want a girl who go, wow, that's kind of cool that you know that.
And you don't want to have sex with them either, Jim, right?
That's all I want to do.
They're about to bring out cookies. At the end of our flight, they bring out warm cookies.
He really just wants somebody to be impressed by
My wife's not impressed by me at all. Literally at all. And it's weird because that's how I got her, was impressing her with whatever little stuff I had. Sure. And now that I can actually impress someone, my wife can give two shits. My wife would love if I had information like you have. It's a secret, but you can go study it. Yeah, I know, but exactly. It's a lot of secret at dinner party. She's married to a guy who stands up and goes, I can beat any Asian in a foot race, instead of like...
Yeah, it's more interesting to talk about.
Wait, so is Comedy Week?
It is New York Comedy.
Is this the one where Conan has a hand in it?
Conan? Not Conan.
Oh, sorry, Conan.
Yes, I guess he has something to do with it.
He's doing a show.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, have you tried to get a meeting with the president to get him to focus more on NASA? Like, because you say we want to, send people back to the moon, send people to Mars. It's going to take money. Somebody like you.
Okay, so I don't approach politicians
ever.
They're not targets of interest for me.
But they're the ones that are paying for spaceships.
Sure. No, we are the citizenry. So as an educator, my targets of interest is the electorate, not the people who they elect.
So you're trying to get the people to kind of push and
correct, because if you start going after politicians, then that's what lobbyists do.
Kim Kardashian got that woman out of jail.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not your representative. They're somebody else's representative, and I feel very strongly that I should not be influencing the person who other people elected to represent them.
You should be influencing the people themselves.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, so not that I should be influencing them, but as an educator, I feel some duty to help people come to as informed a decision they can regarding their opinions as is possible. Otherwise, people are voting with no real sense of the causes and effects of things.
I get you, because if you're going up and doing all this work, they're like, it doesn't matter who we vote for. Neil deGrasse Tyson's going to take care of it anyway.
No. And Carl Sagan once noted that he was not a big fan of superheroes because it just gives us all an excuse to sit down and let other people do all the work.
Right.
So superheroes is anti-democratic in that sense.
I have a question for you, too, that the other astronaut was totally incapable of answering.
Why do you keep... Let the astronaut... The person went into space.
I know, exactly.
He wasn't that good of a guess.
Yeah, he didn't answer.
He just kind of sat there.
I had a very fair question about Mars. We're talking about traveling to Mars.
I could have gone into space last night, but we just got to 37,000 feet, so...
I want to talk about traveling to Mars. I asked a question about nanotechnology, because what are they going to do if you get cancer 4 months into a 3-year Mars trip? So if nanotechnology that can kind of go in and monitor
cameras in your blood.
And that's basically what it is. It can monitor like a certain
cells. Say, what happens if you get cancer 4 months into a 3-month Mars trip?
I'm a 3-year trip. No.
Is that what it's
4 months into a 3-month Mars trip.
What type of nanotechnology are we going to have that can kind of control your bloodstream and check for what's going on and actually stop?
So we understand the genome, and here's a really, for me, an interesting philosophical point. Your control over things, to build, to edit, to delete, to manipulate, is almost entirely related to the size of the tools you're using relative to what it is you want to control.
Right.
So...
Hold on, don't say right like you understood that.
I did not...
No.
Point 2 equals.
All right. So if you're going to repair a watch, okay, watch is the thing that used to sit on your wrist and have mechanical things going on.
Yes, it was Christopher Walken in Pulp Fiction.
Okay. Right. If you're going to repair a watch, that people forget what that is. You can't use a hammer and pliers, or normal pliers, or
that's
jackhammer.
That's to fix an erection.
Because these tools are too large to interact with the machinery of a wristwatch.
Too delicate. Okay? It's little. You need little stuff.
Whereas they are okay to fix things that might be in your car.
Oh yeah.
Because the things you're fixing in the car, other than nowadays circuit boards, are larger than these tools. So the tools can manipulate them.
Right.
Okay. If you're going to build a home and you're going to lay down bricks, you need tools that can manipulate the bricks.
If you're using
to
little
make something
tiny
bigger
ones,
than the tool.
yes.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
All right. So
This is a super high thought, by the way.
that's what I'm saying.
Because I will look at everything now.
No, it's a whole different thing. So if you want to manipulate cells or molecules that construct cells, you need some kind of tools that can operate on that level. You can't go in there with a hammer and a chisel.
Right.
Okay. So this is why nanotechnology, nano is the metric prefix for a billionth.
So that's small.
That's what the TH gets you.
Yeah.
Billionth.
It's basically 25 millionth nanometers in an inch.
Is that right?
That's what it says up there.
Red from the screen. Does your audience know there's a scrolling screen of research up here?
They do.
That can make you all look way smarter than you might actually be.
It makes us look dumber because we just end up kind of just stuttering through.
Yeah, really. Hey, we should find that to you.
To those of you listening, that's a sheet of newspaper is about 1/100th of a nanometer inch. Can you make that bigger?
So yeah, but I mean, eventually they're going to have things that can destroy cells, that are just things that will keep your health going when you have.
So as our tools get smaller, it opens up a much wider portfolio of things that you can then alter with those tools. So that's why we try to use biological tools against biological. That's why we have sort of the white blood cells to attack invading germs, right? So and we can do things to help our white blood cells do this. But that's not our tool, it's a biological tool. Imagine if we made tools that small that could then do these things. So you're 4 months into a 3-month trip to Mars.
Thank you for returning for a month.
And you're diagnosed with cancer, so then you just take the cancer pill that sets into motion tiny tools or engages your biology to then fight the
But it's not cameras in the bloodstream.
If you need to know what you're looking at, perhaps it's that, like in the movie Fantastic Voyage.
Thank you.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
It's a story from Isaac Asimov. This is back in the 60s, brilliantly conceived, where there's some important, I forgot the details, some important diplomat that has a brain tumor, and they got to keep him alive, so they shrink down the Proteus, which is a ship that goes down, and they inject it into his bloodstream. And in there, they have like laser things, and they have a doctor.
Hey, so come and get me when you're done.
Wait, what was the one with Martin Short that was the same
You're
movie?
thinking of Father of the Bride.
No. Martin
Oh, no,
Short.
you're talking about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
No. Does anyone remember that? Martin Short and Dennis Quaid?
No, man. Nobody knows what
That
you're
was
talking about.
Bill. Oh wait, that's Andy Rooney.
What was
Mickey Rooney.
Martin Short.
Damn it.
Movie. I'm obsessed. Yeah, I got it. I'm obsessed with the idea that you can't fix anything with something bigger than it. Like that's the craziest
That's a
thought.
generally true thing.
I fucking love that. I want that to be a shirt. You can't
Otherwise,
fix
you're
anything
clumsy.
bigger than.
By the way, this that philosophical fact is echoed in the mantra of construction workers. They say any job is simplified if you have the right tool.
Right.
And the right tool is not only that the shapes fit, but it's the right size tool for the task. Gosh. And yeah, so I think about this all the time, but between what is possible and what is not.
Wormholes. I want to ask you about wormholes.
Oh,
What are
yeah.
they-
Do
all
you
right.
have better segues? Can you work on your segues?
You know everything, so it's like
No, I don't know everything.
All right, how about wormholes? He doesn't know about.
And he doesn't know how to pronounce Conan.
He certainly does not. Conan the Barbarian. So now wormholes. Will we ever be able to actually see one, or travel through one, or send anything through one?
Dance in one.
We know about the mass of a wormhole, so we've got that on paper. And by the way, I try to be clever one day. In early days of Twitter, like probably my 100th tweet, I was in Charlotte Airport, one of these airports where I had to go from a big plane to a little plane, and it was like miles. I swear it was miles. And I tried to be clever. Did I tell the story before on this? I don't think so.
I've never heard it.
Yeah. So
You're not here every day.
I never heard it. I said that with such authority.
Oh yeah, that's right. You live in the other side of the country.
So I get to the the small plane gate, and I said, let me be clever, and I tweeted, I can't wait till we have wormholes. That way, all gates will be adjacent to one another, and you just take a step in from one, right? Right. Yeah. That's it. Then there's none of that. And so someone tweeted back, Dr. Tyson, the day we have wormholes, you won't need airports.
Oh shit!
I just got Tyson on that.
Microscope drop.
That's a fair point.
She's right about that. That's a brilliant
Okay, so now that I've successfully bored everyone to tears and everybody left, let me just go ahead and wrap this thing up and recap. What did we learn today? Between Google searches and everything else. Well, it's fairly easy to remember. Have friends that can tell you when doing something stupid, like going to an island to get an arrow to death, is a bad idea. Christian or not Christian, a Bible can be for show or to wield the belief, but that is not going to save you. Illegal activity may or may not pay off, depending on whether you decide to jump in a kayak or canoe and go to invade said island. The people that live there will hack you up pretty nicely with their arrows and shit like that. Lastly, using a canoe or a kayak, there is no real way to have a good escape plan. Because if you get an arrow through your wrist or your hand, then you're completely screwed. Unless you only have one hand, then I think the chances of you getting actually be in your favor because you would have a smaller target area to hit. Golf is apparently more dangerous than football, rugby, and hockey. And then Area 51 was bullshit. It was either Russians or circus midgets. With all that being said, I need to come up with better material for these live streams. And look, man, it is what it is. I don't come prepared, but whatever, dude. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? If you want better, then go download the Hangout app, go on the app online, and get your ass over here so I can have you in. Go download Castbox. It's an awesome podcast app that you can use. I might try to put these videos up there as well, just for the audio portion, or I might do something completely different. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do, but I will figure that shit out sooner or later. Now that I got all of that out of the way, let me exit out of the extra windows that I don't need. Wait for this a little bit because I don't want to end the stream prematurely. But yeah, you want this thing to be better, dude? Come on in here and throw your 2 cents in. It might not help very much, but I'm sure it'll do something. Until that happens, the next time I come on here, I will try to have a subject of some type. I have no idea what the next video is going to be on yet, but that depends on whether or not there's any more news related to the marijuana law. So we managed to go complete full circle and bring it all the way back to aliens with Neil deGrasse Tyson on the Jim and Sam show. Outside of that, not really a whole lot going on. I had, for whatever reason, hopefully it's not going to take that long because I hate this the holidays doing this kind of shit. But I mean, I guess this is just what you're supposed to do. Um, just because I had them all on the videos, Neil deGrasse Tyson, I'm pretty sure, has a show called The Cosmos that should be on Netflix. Bert Kreischer has a stand-up special, Secret Time, on Netflix right now. Jim Norton has a special on Netflix right now. Am blanking on the name. I think it's called Mouthful of Shame. Get out all that stuff. It is pretty. I really enjoyed those things, but now that I got all that shit out of the way, as a advertisement for Castbox, I don't get paid by those people. Just so you know, my buddy referred me to the app. Appreciate him for jumping into my stream for a moment and throwing a bunch of stuff in the comment section. That is always awesome and helpful. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it, dude. I gotta go put a Christmas tree up. Leave a comment. Don't leave a comment. Like, dislike, subscribe. Don't subscribe. I'm only one man. I can't do everything. If you think you can do a video better than me, then post one up on YouTube and send me the link, man. I will gladly check that shit out because as you can clearly tell at the moment, I have really nothing else going on. Shut the hell up. Go put up this damn Christmas tree and to being a Scrooge or a Grinch. Anyway, having said all of that, I will catch you guys tomorrow at some point. If something happens to happen, go check out the video that I did earlier, which was on the Senate hearing and recreational marijuana for adults 21 and over in the state of New Jersey. I got a couple reaction videos up there. I did a couple of Soundgarden songs of my own. I had my buddy on a video. He was my first guest ever on this show. We did metal and hip hop reaction. Go check that shit out. I'm going to upload at some point a redone version of the Sex with Spirits video. Apologize to everybody who tried to watch that because that one is 147 views and clearly you can't hear a damn word out of the entire thing. I will get that up at some point. And there are a bunch of other videos. Go Instagram at Sketch Artist Fashion, whatever the fuck the name is. I don't remember. You can go click the video and look at some art if you want to, or don't. I don't care. Whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna do. Anyway, that's that. Go watch the videos. Don't watch the videos. You got a problem with anything I said? Then come on with it, buddy. You know where my Twitter page is at. You know to go fuck myself. I will gladly put you up on here. Doesn't bother me one bit to argue. Clearly better going on in my life right now. Christmas trees out.